Hello everyone. In the previous class of geotechnical engineering, we have covered the classification of soil chapter. So in this class, we will move to the next chapter, that is permeability and seepage. So in this class, we will end up with your permeability, and next class we will study the seepage part. So starting with permeability. So what do you mean by permeability? First understand the concept of permeability. Permeability means what? It is the property of the soil by virtue of which it allows the fluid to pass through it. ओके हमारा डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ सॉइल है, कोर्स ग्रेन सॉइल है, फाइन ग्रेन सॉइल है. ओके सबका परमेबिलिटी अलग रहता है. ठीक है, सपोज मैं ले लेता हूँ फाइन ग्रेन सॉइल, क्लेई या सिल्टी सॉइल. उसमें क्या है, परमेबिलिटी थोड़ा कम रहता है. पर हमारा कोर्स ग्रेन सॉइल में जैसे सैंड देख लिए, ग्रेवल देख लिए, उसमें परमेबिलिटी ज़्यादा रहता है. तुम इमेजिन भी कर सकते हो, एक ग्रेवल ले लो, बहुत सारा मतलब बड़ा पीस ले लो, उसको पास में रखो और वाटर पास करो उसमें जल्दी पास होगा कि क्ले में पास हो, क्ले में पास होगा वाटर. ऑब्वियसली हमारा कोर्स ग्रेन सॉइल में सैंड या ग्रेवल में वाटर इजीली पास हो जाएगा वो सॉइल मीडियम से. इसीलिए हम बोल सकते हैं परमेबिलिटी ऑफ कोर्स ग्रेन सॉइल इज मोर देन आवर फाइन ग्रेन सॉइल. दैट इज द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ परमेबिलिटी. Permeability is defined as the property of the soil by virtue of which it allows the fluid to pass through it. Here the fluid is our water. Okay, this is the definition of permeability. Another thing I have told that coarse grained soil permeability is more than the fine grained soil permeability. Okay, so now to understand this concept, one law is given by our Darcy. So that law is called Darcy's law, the most important law, and it will be definitely asked in your semester exam. What is Darcy's law? So listen carefully. So Darcy's law is given by, for a laminar flow in a saturated soil mass, the velocity is directly proportional to hydraulic gradient. Again I am repeating, for a laminar flow in a saturated soil mass, the velocity is proportional to hydraulic gradient. Okay, so velocity you already know. Now the question is, what is I? I is our, I'm just finishing it, then I'll write. So if I will remove the proportionality sign, one constant will come, suppose k. So V equal to Ki. Now the question is, कौन सा डिनोट करता है क्या? k क्या डिनोट करता है? k कांस्टेंट है, वो बोल सकते हैं उसको कोफिशिएंट ऑफ परमेबिलिटी. So this k is our permeability in this chapter. Okay, another term is there, that is hydraulic gradient. Okay, hydraulic gradient means what? It is the ratio of head loss by length. Again I am repeating, that is head loss by length of flow. Now we will understand the terms. Look at here, suppose this is a soil mass. Okay, the water is passing through the soil mass of length L. So length of flow is our L. Okay, and passing through to this end to this end. Okay, so in this case, if the water is passing through a soil medium, so definitely some water will be lost. Yes or no? तुम जहाँ यहाँ पे इनपुट जितना दोगे वहाँ पे आउटपुट थोड़ी उतना ही आएगा, थोड़ा लॉस तो होगा ना. वो पाइप हो या फिर सॉइल हो, वहाँ पे लॉस ऑब्वियसली थोड़ा रहेगा, तो उसको बोलते हैं हम हेड लॉस, HL. तो यहाँ पे अगर हम एक पीजोमीटर डाल दिए, यहाँ पे हम वाटर लेवल एक मेजर किए, यहाँ तक आया सपोज H1, यहाँ पे डाले तो H2 आया, तो उस दोनों का डिफरेंस ऑफ हेड, उसको बोलते हैं हम हेड लॉस, HL. यहाँ पे कितना वाटर था, यहाँ पे कितना वाटर, दोनों का डिफरेंस बोलते हैं हम हेड लॉस. So hydraulic gradient is defined as the ratio of head loss by length of flow. So K means coefficient of permeability, okay. V means you already know velocity. Again I am writing velocity. This law will definitely come in your exam, so listen carefully. So this is a 2 marks question. What is Darcy's law? Again I am repeating, Darcy's law states that for a laminar flow condition in a saturated soil mass, the velocity is directly proportional to hydraulic gradient. Here one question you may ask, that is what is laminar flow? Here I mentioned laminar flow, laminar flow. Laminar flow means what? The detail you will study in hydraulic irrigation subject. Laminar flow is the layered flow, means flow will be in a proper manner, layered flow, not random, not zigzag way. If it is zigzag way, that flow is called turbulent flow. That is the difference. One is laminar, another one is turbulent flow. So if the flow is laminar and in a saturated soil mass, saturated you know already, saturation is 1. In that condition only, Darcy's law is applicable, that is velocity directly proportional to hydraulic gradient. Clear? So in this case, one more point I want to add here. Here the velocity is your average velocity, okay, or you can call discharge velocity. So now the question is, what is discharge velocity and what is I am telling? There are two velocities. One is average velocity or discharge velocity, and then one is Vs, that is actual velocity or seepage velocity. Okay. So what is average or discharge velocity? You will see one hydraulic irrigation subject that the discharge is represented by Q, that equal to the multiplication of area into velocity, okay, that is called discharge. For now remember this formula, Q means area into velocity. This velocity is called discharge velocity, okay. Another velocity is there, actual or seepage velocity. What does it mean? That means what? The velocity passing through the voids of that soil mass, that is the actual velocity, yeah, seepage velocity. But Darcy's considered the discharge or average velocity as their parameter. He did not consider the seepage velocity, which goes through the voids of that soil. So now we will establish one relationship between average velocity and seepage velocity. Before that, you can write this formula in terms of Q also, because put velocity as Ki. So the formula will become Kia. Same thing, just written in different form. Qk means coefficient of permeability, I means hydraulic gradient, A means area, Q means discharge, okay, in the another formula. So one more formula is there here. You can see between seepage velocity and average velocity, that is Vs equal to V by L. Vs means seepage velocity, V means average velocity, N means you already studied, that is porosity. So in this case, someone may ask, the seepage velocity is greater or average velocity is greater? Which will be greater? Because N value varies from 0 to 1, yes or no? Yeah, in percentage 0 to 100. So if it is going to 0 to 1, then you are dividing this, so this value will definitely increase. So Vs is greater than V. seepage velocity is more than our average velocity. Okay. You can take one example also, it will be more clear. If you are taking 8, if it is taking 0.5, then what will come? It will be 4. Yes or no? So यहाँ पे Vs ज़्यादा होगा. देखो एग्जाम्पल ले लो. सपोज मैं 8 ले लेता हूँ Vs को, ठीक है. Vs 8 है, n है हमारा 0.5. पुट करो वैल्यू 8 इक्वल टू V बाय 0.5. तो V कितना आया? 8 5 जब 4. तो ये क्या प्रूफ हुआ? Vs ज़्यादा रहेगा हमेशा एवरेज वेलोसिटी से, क्योंकि n का वैल्यू 0 to 1 के बीच में लाया करता है. ठीक है. तो ये हो गया हमारा फॉर्मूला रिलेटेड टॉपिक्स. This is most important. You can take a screenshot also of this board because you have written all the formula, whatever, most of the formula, the important formula for this chapter. You can take the screenshot. So next, we will move to the topic that is factors affecting permeability. So what are the different factors? First, I will tell the size of, okay, that I already told in the definition part, that the coarse grained soil has more permeability than fine grained soil. So if size increases, then permeability also increases. Clear? Next, specific surface area. Okay, specific surface area means what? Specific surface means surface area by weight. So in this case, the permeability is inversely proportional to the specific surface area. Okay. Next, degree of saturation. If the degree of saturation of the soil mass is increases, then K value also increases for that soil mass. Okay. Next is our impurities, whatever is there. To be a square, specific surface square. Next one is your organic matters. Okay, and foreign impurities. If these values are increasing, ऑर्गेनिक मैटर अगर ज़्यादा रहेगा या कुछ फॉरेन इम्प्योरिटीज ज़्यादा रहेगा तो परमेबिलिटी ऑब्वियसली डिक्रीज होगा, क्योंकि वो वाटर पास करने के लिए उसको ज़्यादा स्पेस नहीं मिलेगा. इसके बाद अगर देखा जाए तो एब्जॉर्ब्ड वाटर, इफ एब्जॉर्ब्ड मीन्स द सॉइल मास ऑलरेडी some water that is absorbed, that may be from atmosphere or from surrounding, so that is around the soil mass. If that is present, so permeability decreases. Okay, they are the different. Another one you can write, that is small factor, entrapped gases is present, obviously our permeability will definitely decrease. These are the different factors. Okay, so another factor is there that I want to write separately, that is the soil mass is oriented in parallel or perpendicular direction. That will depend. That is seventh factor. Soil parallel to the bedding plane. Means soil is parallel to the plane. मतलब soil ऐसे direction में रहेगा suppose horizontal direction. Okay. So in that case the K equivalent can be calculated, that is मैं डायग्राम कर लेता हूँ. सपोज यहाँ पे ऐसे सॉइल में रह गया, ठीक है. तो ये हो गया सपोज K1, ये K2, ये K3. ओके. एंड योर height is H1, H2 and H3. Okay. So in that case what will happen? Suppose H1, here H2, here H3. So it is parallel to bedding plane soil mass. So if someone will tell to calculate the equivalent permeability, because here the permeability differs from layer to layer, here K1, K2, here K3. So if someone will tell to calculate the equivalent effective permeability, then you can use the formula is K1H1 plus K2H2 plus K3H3 by H1 plus H2 plus H3. Clear? So this is about parallel to the bedding plane. If in the first case, if I let the second case, if it is perpendicular to the bedding plane, then what will happen? Then the H equivalent by K equivalent equal to H1 by K1 plus H2 by K2 plus H3 by K3. Okay, so this will become like this. H equivalent means total height, H1 plus H2 plus H3, like this. So in this case, here you can see the arithmetic mean we have taken, here the geometric harmonic mean we have taken. So obviously our arithmetic mean is more than that. So we can conclude one point, the next factor, that if the soil lies parallel to the bedding plane, then the permeability will more than the perpendicular to the bedding plane. That is the next conclusion, that this value is more than this. Means you can write parallel permeability is more than your perpendicular permeability. Clear? Parallel permeability is more than the perpendicular permeability. This is the all the factors that is affecting our permeability. So next, the last part of this chapter, that is the two tests to find the permeability. Okay. By experiment, one is constant head method, second one is falling head method. Constant head and falling head method. So after discussing these two, this chapter will be over. So generally the problem related to this method, it is asking in the exam. So I will take the first theory part of this experiment, then I will do the problem related to this test. Okay.